back to the channel. Today we are looking at an exponential equation that takes the form 2 to the power 2x minus 5 multiplying 2 to the power x plus 4 equals 0. And when you are given this kind of question, how do you go about it, finding the value of x? Now let's start. Now to find the value of x, I'm going to have to rewrite the entire expression. Now in writing that, I'm going to have 2 to the power x all to the power 2 minus 5 multiplying 2 to the power x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now, when you have a to the power bc, it can be written as a to the power b all to the power c. Now, that is exactly the law of indices I used over here. So, yeah. So, over here, I can go ahead and have 2 to the power x all squared minus 5 multiplying 2 to the power x plus 4 is equal to 0. Good. So now over here, I can say that let 2 to the power x be equal to any variable, let's say k. So over here, I'm going to have k squared. I'm going to substitute k in place of 2 to the power x. So k squared minus 5 multiplying k plus 4 is equal to 0. Now this is going to give us k squared minus 5k plus 4 is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation that we need to solve and get the values of k. Now in solving that, we're going to have the factors of 4. The factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4 itself. Now out of these factors, which of the numbers can we add to get 5? So obviously that is 1 and 4. When we add 1 and 4, get 5. Okay, so now let's do this. So we can have k squared minus 4k minus k plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, now we can have k outside the bracket, k minus 4 minus 1 outside the bracket, k minus 4 is equal to 0. Now when I simplify this, I'm going to have k minus 1 in one bracket and k minus 4 in another bracket is equal to 0. Now when I solve for k will give me 1 or k will give me 4. Good. So let's go ahead. But we say that 2 to the power x is equal to k from our earlier statement. So if 2 to the power x equals k, we take the first case. So case 1. Case 1, 2 to the power x. 2 to the power x is equal to k. 2 to the power x is equal to 1. So 2 to the power x is equal to, I can rewrite 1 as 2 to the power 0. 1 can be rewritten as 2 to the power 0. So obviously I'm going to have x to be equal to 0. Since the bases are the same, we just equate the exponent. So first case, x is given as 0. So let's look at the second case, the second scenario. The second case, second case, 2 to the power x is equal to 4. 2 to the power x is equal to 2 to the power 2. Since the bases are the same, I just equate the exponent, so x is equal to 2. So, concluding, we can say that our x is equal to 0 and our x is equal to 2. Now let's go ahead and test these values, x equals 0 and x equals 2, to see if they are the true sets of the equation. So over here, I'm going to substitute the values and see if the values are actually correct. So first value we had for x is x equals 0. So we are going to have 2 to the power 0 all squared minus 5 multiplying 2 to the power 0 plus 4. And when we evaluate this, 2 to the power 0 is 1. 1 squared minus 5 multiplying 1 plus 4. And when we evaluate this, we're going to have 5 minus 5, which is equal to 0. So that means x equals 0 satisfies the equation. That is the first value. Now let's try the second value, x equals 2. When we try x equals 2, we're going to have 2 to the power 2 all squared minus 5 multiplying 2 to the power 2 plus 4. This is going to give us 2 to the power 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16 minus 20 plus 4. And then this is also equal to 0. Okay, so that shows us that what is on the left hand side is equal to what is on the right hand side. Thereby, our values for x are correct. So x is therefore equals to 0 or x is equal to 2.